Test, test. All right. Where do I go next? Mm, guys, where do I go next? Where do I go next? Where do I go after junior high school? Where do I go after senior high school? Where do I go after college? Where do I go next? Or more correctly, what do I do next? What should I do next? Now they say I should follow my passion, but passion changes over time. They say do what you love. Well, where do I find it? And that's a question me, a 15-year-old overthinker, has been asking to himself quite a lot. I'm a former student council president and a big fan, a really big fan of stress eating. Now, in my years of studying, and eating, I've been asking to myself, what do I do next? What's my passion? What's my calling in life? Now, it's an overwhelming topic for a 15-year-old to think about his future. So let's start with a story, shall we? Story of a man. When this man was just a little boy, he unfortunately got bullied and chased constantly. So every day after class, he must run super duper fast in order not to get caught by the bullies. Now fast forward to his teenage years, because of his developed habit to run super fast, he got recruited to a football team. And because of that, he got a scholarship. So he went to college. Now after he graduated, he enlisted in the National Army, got drafted to a foreign country, a tropical country, and fortunately got a chance to meet the president. Now during his years abroad, he tried a new hobby, ping pong. He became quite good at it, so he became a world athlete. And again, fortunately, got a chance to meet the president again. And after all of that, he still got a chance to build a company, sold the exact same company, and finally invests in Apple computers. Quite an extravagant life journey, but some of the older folks in the audience might know the man I'm talking about. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Forrest Gump. I just really love how the movie captures Forrest's life. We'll go on about him later on, but from that movie, I can take home 3 things. To just focus on the voices, not the noises. To focus on doing with what you love, and be brave to try new things. But trying new things, me, an overthinker, someone, and I'm sure not the only one, who thinks it'll be hard or it will be embarrassing if I try something new. But I'd like to share with you all a point of view to try something new. One of my favorite ways, if not my favorite way, of looking at life is to think of life like we are fishing, like we are looking for fish. In this analogy, fish is like something you're looking for. Maybe it's wealth, maybe it's friends, maybe it's experiences. And the spots where we actually fish, or lakes as I like to call it, are the fields of activity, hobbies. So you are looking for fish in a lake. It's the same thing as you're looking for an experience in a new hobby. Keep that in mind. For example, let's say Lake A represents cooking and Lake B represents public speaking. No lake is the same. Every lake, in this case every activity, has its own characteristics. Maybe what types of fish is swimming in that lake, or the size of that lake, or the scenery. Now, in some lakes, your skills will catch fish, while other lakes may not. And in some lakes, you may find the scenery beautiful, while other lakes may not. The problem is, you cannot know which lakes are the ones that you actually like, or how many fishes will you catch in those individual lakes, until you actually go there and you actually try. See where I'm going? If you want to know where you want to go in life, you need to go out there and explore all kinds of activities that the world has to offer, so you know which activity suits you and suits your heart. But then again, trying something new is easier said than done. I know there's one thing that's pushing us back, one shadowy, scary, horrible thing that's stopping us from trying new things. Failure. Or in the fishing analogy, failing to find fish in one specific lake. But then what? What's wrong with failing to find fish? Sure, maybe the time, energy, and maybe money you've spent on exploring those lakes is now gone, but it's not wasted. At least you now know you need to practice more if you want to fish there. Or at least you now know how's the scenery there, whether you like it or not. You are not even an expert when you are trying things for the first time, right? You're a beginner. It's okay. It's normal, or you could say it's natural to fail. Remember Forrest Gump? How he just tries many different activities without a doubt. Sure, he got bullied and failed, but that's what makes the movie interesting. That's what makes his life interesting. But Forrest is just a fictional story. So I'd like to share with you all an actual journey of an actual person who actually used the fishing analogy. So here's the story of a little boy. When he was just in primary school, he was a shy boy, scared to try new things. He got invited that for him was new things, to school choir, to sports club, new extracurriculars, and so on and so on. With the already sinking feeling and visions on his mind, he immediately rejects to join. Till one day, he got invited to a math competition. But this time, he got some support from his parents, teachers, and friends. After many persuasion, he actually tried it. After hours of preparing and learning for the competition, overthinking, and almost cried during the competition, he got into 4th place. Now with this new victory of his, he has now got the courage to try even more new things. Archery, and even making new friends on Roblox. Then came the invitation to join the student council, the student organization. He does to join at first. Of course, a new thing for him. What? Students in an organization holding events? You must be kidding me. But knowing that his close friends decided to join, he joins anyway. And on the 2nd year, he became the president of the council. During this time, he also tried new things. The school theater, school choir, and after his term ended, he tried cycling, pencaksilat, but failed miserably, joining a tea tasting club, and even doing a TEDx talk. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that person is me. Some of the weight there got distributed into here, but same guy. Now look, I know it's not as extravagant as Forrest's life. I know I'm still on a journey to find my future. And yes, I know it's not easy. I've been through some tough times myself. It's just like trying to fish in a brand new, unexplored lake. But with the curiosity and optimistic point of view, dedication, enthusiasm, the will to try new things, a bit of luck, and the help from the Almighty, you might find yourself in places you could have never predicted before. Just like me, went to shy boy to a newbie leader just by trying new things. Now, for the big picture. It's okay if you don't know exactly where you want to be, let's say 20 years from now. Because the world is always changing. The lake is always changing. You will always find new ways to catch fish. And for some of you who already have like a passion or like a trail to success, that's great. Obsessively chase after it. I'm not saying you should abandon it. But the road there won't be smooth sailing. You will find obstacles and blockages and blockages and obstacles. But if you find an alternative opening, consider that road's pros and cons and just take it, knowing there's more than one road that leads to success. So, yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. To answer the question, where do I go next? Just try new lakes to find fish in. Be optimistic about it. And if you're fit in with that lake, obsessively master your skills to fish there. You just might find yourself reaching for the skies. You only live once anyway. Thank you.